Hey, greetings, everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West here, and welcome to the Steadfast and Loyal podcast.
You gotta light 'em up before they burn it down. Better dig deep, put 'em in the ground. Blood on their hands, they're hellbound. Save us all. Ooh, they're gonna burn it down. Save us all before they burn it down.
Well, it's good to be back in the chair. I've been away for a while. Uh, I think from the end of August to about the third, well, no, the beginning of October, I had to participate in a couple of conservative organizational summer cruises. One was for the Media Research Center. We steamed out of Rotterdam, Amsterdam, went up through Norway. Norway's just beautiful. I mean, I really enjoyed that, and sat and spoke on several panels with some great other conservative media commentators. And then I had another one with the Young America's Foundation, campus conservative organization, been around since 1969. That one we came out of Brooklyn, New York, went up along the New England coast, stopped in Rhode Island, stopped in Maine, and then hooked around to Nova Scotia and over to Quebec province and ended up in Montreal. But I got to tell you something. I know I'm sitting here today. Today is Monday, the 6th of October. Yesterday was the 250th anniversary of our United States Navy. Anchors aweigh to my brothers of the seas. Fair winds and following seas that I wish to each and every one of you. But the colonel was in the Army, man. I know that there are people out there that like cruises. Cruises are okay, but boy, I tell you what, I'd just rather be on terra firma. I mean, there's a point of time where I'm just like, okay, I'm waking up and I'm still on a boat. But it was a good time with two great organizations, the Media Research Center, Brent Bozell. He's now turned it over to his son, David Bozell, and the Young America's Foundation, headed up by Governor Scott Walker, the former governor of Wisconsin. And I'll be heading up to the University of Virginia this week to speak there on that campus. It'll be fun. That's the campus that Thomas Jefferson, our third U.S. president, the author of the Declaration of Independence, he founded. They should be proud of Thomas Jefferson there in Virginia and the University of Virginia, but they're not. But what I want to talk to you about today is really perplexing and it's really troubling what we see happening on our streets in the United States of America. You know, those of us that join the United States military, speaking of the Navy's birthday, and the United States Marine Corps birthday will be coming up the 10th of November. Uh, I'm sure they're going to have a really big show to put on, and I'm looking forward to speaking at a Marine Corps birthday ball down in East Texas. But we all take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, our rule of law against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And what I see happening on our streets today, there really is a domestic enemy out there. There really is domestic terrorism out here. You know, I live here in Dallas County. We know what happened at the ICE facility. I was away on the Young America's Foundation cruise when that happened. But you've got a rooftop sniper firing on a detention facility. And you could almost say that this guy was a suicide sniper because, of course, as law enforcement closed in on him, he took his own life, no different from an Islamic jihadist almost. But this was a repeat of something that had previously happened, I think a couple of months ago, down in Alvarado, Texas, where members of the John Brown Elm Fork Club, it's an Antifa related club, they laid down an ambush against an ICE detention facility in Alvarado, Texas. And then prior to that, we had some, Antifa, whatever nutcase down in McAllen, Texas, opening fire on agents there. This is really getting out of control. And what is so perplexing, where are the Democrat elected officials. Where's their condemnation? I mean, especially the federal level elected officials who took an oath, much the same as we did in the military, but they probably don't believe in it, to support and defend the Constitution. It's very clear people cannot come into this country illegally according to Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution. The federal government is supposed to prevent that from happening. If someone comes into your house and you didn't invite them, that's called an invasion, home invasion. If someone comes across the border of the United States of America, a sovereign nation, a constitutional republic that has defined borders prescribed in law, then that is an invasion. It was a year ago that ICE put out that we have some 630,000 criminal illegal immigrants here in the United States of America. 630,000. Let's put that in some type of relative understanding. And maybe you've heard me say this before. My United States Army that I love to this day, I think it's about 425, maybe 435,000. The entire active duty United States Army, the entire active duty United States Army. The entire active duty United States Marine Corps, about 184, 185,000. Entire active duty. I think the United States Navy is a little bit more of that. So, in other words, what I'm trying to get you to understand is we were told a year ago that we have more criminal, and that really is a double entendre, because when you come across the border of this country illegally, that's a felony offense. But then on top of that, we have people that have committed that felony offense and committing crimes against Americans on top of that. 630,000 criminal illegal immigrants. That's what we were told last year.